What's up, guys? Powerbang here, and I'm bringing you guys a war recap of the Patron war that went down just a couple of days ago between my patrons and Jake patrons from over at the OneHive clan. Congrats to their clan. They beat us fair and square, 52-51. It was a very close war. Came down to literally the final attacks, and we just fell a little bit short. No thanks to my own efforts. I felt really bad that I didn't come up in the clutch and get the 2 or 3 star that we were looking for. The Valks took a wrong turn on me, and that was all she wrote. So, sorry to my patrons. Congrats to Jake and the guys over there. I know from our side, we had a blast. We hope to do it again soon. Maybe in the early part of the summer or something. It should be a good time. But really proud of our guys. A lot of the patrons don't get an opportunity to step up and see good bases on a regular basis in their home clans simply because they may or may not be as competitive. A lot of them express the opinion that, I'm the only one in my clan that, is serious about war. And that's why they're patrons of ours to try to pick some things up. So, it's cool. It's all good. We had a good time, though, Jake. Thank you for the matchup. Let's do it again soon. One sec, though, before we move on, I did want to give a shout out to Danger Donkey, who is a patron of both Jake and mine. And he was instrumental in setting this war up as far as doing the matching and whatnot. So definitely big thank you goes out to him. Looking at the map, though, guys, the Town Hall 10s, we did a good job getting those 2 stars. Malicious Matt got a couple 2 stars knocked down. Ron's took one down for 2. Jake, I guess he's a Town Hall 9.5, so that one doesn't really count. I was able to get a 3 star on him. But the 9s we struggled on a little bit. And just to show you kind of how close this war was, I mean, we had a 98% left on the board. We had a 97%, 97%. I mean, just like any one of these could have gone, just a couple buildings one way or the other, and it could have been an entirely different outcome. But, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Just got to come and play better, basically. Let's start at the bottom, though, with the Town Hall 8 attacks. Let's look at Dracule Mihawk here. Apologies if I'm butchering your name. I know I've talked to you about 172 times, but I still can't figure out how to say your name. So apologies on that. He's going to do the Govajo strat here. We all know and love that. That quad quake at Town Hall 8 is devastating. But he drops the golems out wide. And he has some good tanking going down. The Wizards are able to go ahead and create a really wide funnel here. And you're going to see some wall breakers come in, as well as the Valkyries and King go down in the first part of this base. And then a quad quake's going to go down in the core to open up that huge area right by that elixir collector. So wall breakers go down. Open up the wall for the golems who go in and get that CC lure, which is great. CC Valks, so they're level 5 in the CC, which is awesome. And one thing that we saw a lot of that they definitely had a big advantage on was level 3 witches in their clan castles. They are a level 5 clan. We did not have Town Hall 11s at all in the war, so we didn't have access to those. There was a lot of people that had witch requests that we just kind of changed them up. We're like, well, level 2s aren't necessarily max, so we decided to fill them up with something else. But, I didn't realize at the time that they were a level 5 clan because it's a patron clan, right? But obviously they're warring in it quite a bit over there outside of the sanctioned events or whatever. So they've leveled up that clan. Props to them. That's awesome. So they definitely got those troop upgrades, which was big on the defensive side of things. So Dracule finishes up here, just absolutely smashing the base. Hogs on the edge of the one ring. We got Valks, Barbs, and Wizards on the end of the other. And a swag heal spell. Why not? What good's a war like this if you can't swag a spell or two? So nice work, Dracule. Let's go ahead and move on to the next attack. This one's going to be number 16, Burt, getting taken out by Clocky. Clocky had a great war. Just fell a little bit short on that second attack. Very nice try on that one. But let's look at the one he did knock out. This one goes great. Sends in a couple golems here with Wizards in behind a funnel. And he sends it right at a quad Tesla farm. So the wall breakers go in and open up that wall. And then the King and the Valkyries come down along with the Queen. And let's look at them go here. Here goes the Valks. They're just going to mow through this Tesla farm, no problem. Really like the heal spell and the jump spell combination there. Again, with the big bad witches coming out of the CC. And for the most part, it didn't really affect the Town Hall 9s because they have those poison spells. But the 8s, woo, big deal down there. Anyways, the Hogs come in from the bottom, doing some cleaning already. Really nice work on the surgical deployment here. He's patient with them. He still has 7 left, and he's got those Valks. He's got the golems on that backside. Oh, yeah, they're distracting everything. He sends in Hogs to the only 2 defenses that are not distracted, they meet up in a heal spell, and they will be sitting on that last little area of defense, which is fantastic. One mortar left to go. They go up, finish that up, and we've got wizards on one edge of the ring. We got a king and a queen, both with unused abilities, and a couple swag spells down there in the middle. Beautiful raid by Clocky. Keep up the good work, man. Nice to see you doing well. All right, guys. This is B Marzipan. Had a couple nice raids here. We'll show one of them. This one was kind of cool because the funneling didn't happen, so I wanted to take an opportunity to kind of like maybe make some pointers. Does a good job on the left side, getting that army camp taken out. That's huge. Sends in some Valkyries here, and this is where he needs to funnel, right? Because now he sends in the bulk of his Valkyries. Where do you think they're going, guys? They're not going to go into the base. They're going to go up to the right. So, maybe he meant to do that because he did drop giants there to tank everything. So maybe that was completely intentional. However, I do know that jump spell was intending to lead those Valkyries in there. But notice after they get a few tiles away, once you're about 3 to 4 tiles away from that jump spell location, they aren't coming back to the jump spell. They're going through that wall. It looks like the balloons are going to chase. The drags are chasing. Good thing the double poison there slows them down. But here's where I really like this raid. He drops the heal spells to keep those Valkyries a churning. And where they choose to kind of go around and through the walls, they're sitting in heals. So tanking and distracting for the Valkyries that are outside the heals. And he does a great job being patient with his Hog Riders here and waiting for the Valkyries to come and tank. He drops in max Hog Riders out of that clan castle. And those guys do a great job providing support for that main group of hogs. He does eat one bomb there, but drops a heal spell late into the raid and does a fantastic job keeping everything healed up into that last single bomb location. And they push through no problem. The cleanup, guys, is pretty much done. Valkyries have run all the way around this base. He's got the king on the backside. So it's one of those raids that kind of fell apart a little bit on him from the original plan, but did a great job improvising and making sure that he didn't panic. He deployed the troops where he needed to get that 3-star done. So nice job to B Marzipan. Let's go ahead and watch this in 4X here as he finishes up the last few buildings. Nice job, man, and good war to you. All right, so a couple more guys that we'll look at. We'll look at number 14 here. This is by Tony. Tony had a good war as well. A lot of Govajo guys in this war. Everybody kind of trying the new meta of Town Hall 9 and above, basically. So even the Town Hall 8, that's the meta. So again, coming at it from the corner, really nice wide whistle. That's not a word. Wizard funnel, and the golems go in. He trails a golem, which is great. He's going to get ahead of everything as that first golem goes down with the second golem. King and queen go in, and here goes some wall breakers. A little bit late on the Valkyries, I will say, because once you clear out those buildings, notice that elixir collector go down. Those Valkyries reroute to the mortar. Luckily, the wall was open, but basically, you want to get those Valkyries in there as the main part of your kill squad at the same time as the king. That way, they aren't rerouting, because had there been any funneling not done outside the base, even if it was super wide, those Valks would have rerouted there because they had nothing to hit inside the base. So if you do push in too far, make sure you get the jump spell down early. That way they have pathing open to them to actually make that push inside the base. But great job here with the golems and the Valks going through the Tesla farm up top. She drops in a couple hogs there on the defenses. And great job with the waterfall effect here, dropping the front hogs in there, taking all of... see how the back group healed up from almost dead? She did a wonderful job getting that front group out in front and tanking the brunt of the damage that was remaining from the point defenses here. So nice job with that. Still king and queen with both abilities left up top. Tons of Valkyries left over, but the hogs are going to peter out at this point. No big deal, though. We're going to roll with the Valkyries and the heroes and the wizards. Even a golem over there to tank. So the golem does a great job distracting the rest of the defenses, while the heroes and the wizards go ahead and finish everything off. Nice job, Tony. Let's look at one more, guys. This is number 10, and this is going to be JL. He had a 6-pack war. Nice job, brother. The second one, maybe a little lucky. He knows what I'm talking about. But this was a good attack, man. He's dropping the minions there as part of that funnel, getting that wizard on the exposed collector there to go ahead and create even a better funnel. And then one minion on an exposed, what is that, a barracks? Yeah, one of those up top. And then drops in the golem there to tank. And look at that. Finds himself a Tesla farm, which is great. He's got the queen backing that up. In goes the wall breakers to go ahead, test, and then open the wall. And then here we go with the king, and here we go with the Valkyries. Things are looking good. We've already gotten that Tesla farm negated completely. There is a golem in the clan castle, though. He drops the poison there to slow everything up. Jump spell's a little bit shallow, I will say. Probably could have dropped that to help, get a little bit further out into the base. But that's okay. No big deal. He gets into the core with that, but the Valkyries can split a little bit on him. Luckily, there just isn't a lot of incoming damage there besides the Expos and Queen. But he does have that heal spell for the core, and those Valks ain't going anywhere. So drops the jump spell on the backside to get him to the second half of this base. And then targeted hogs. Love the hogs in this raid. I mean, look at the deployment. Very even deployment, taking out each of these buildings in a cascading style. Absolutely loved it. 4 more hogs left over. Here they come on the wizard tower. 1 left over, and that is going to, I believe, go on the cannon up top. I don't entirely know, but just absolutely wrecks the base. Everything into that final air D, and it is all she wrote there. So the queen finishes up on one side of the ring, wizard on the other. The hogs are doing work still. Nice raid, JL. This was one of my favorites of the war, man. You did a fantastic job for us. Thanks again. And hopefully all of you guys at PB's Punishers had a great time in the war. I know I did. I'm looking forward to doing this again very soon with a larger group of people so that we don't have to sit people out due to weights and whatnot. It'll just be a first come, first serve. We'll get everybody involved that wants to be involved, but I know we had a great time. We hung out in Discord and game, planned attacks and whatnot. We did our best, but it just wasn't quite good enough this time. 1 star short. But next time we'll be back with our game faces on, and we'll come and we will, I don't know, we'll try again. But that's going to do it, guys, for this war recap. This has been a Patreon war recap. Powerbang Punishers falling short against the OneHive Patreon clan at 51-52. Very nice war to both clans. Look forward to seeing you all again on the battlefield soon. This is Powerbang, and I am signing out till next time, guys. One last little plug. If you do want to get in on this stuff, go ahead and check my Patreon out. You can find a link to that in the description. Just a small bit of support will get you access to these wars, access to me on the behind the scenes stuff, and a bunch of VIP perks and rewards. So definitely check out the Patreon stuff if you guys are interested. But other than that, guys, we'll be out of here for now. I do have a stream tomorrow, so make sure you show up for that. It's going to be another hype one. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, Powerbang signing out. Peace out, guys. Have a good one.